is my usability study. Decided to do Gonzaga University versus Oregon University because they're two of my favorite schools, other than U of I, obviously. Just my general introduction is just my overall description of what I did and how I did it for this usability study. And the first task I did was finding the university's mission statement. And overall, both of them were pretty good, like pretty easy. Overall, Oregon was a bit easier. It was a little bit easier to get to, less clicking. As you can see, Gonzaga was a little bit lower on some of the scores, but overall, they were both very good because 30 versus 27. The second task was determining when the academic year began at each university. And this task as well was also very good. Gonzaga having one slightly worse on efficient, which is still not bad. Five versus six is good either way. The third task I did was locating the list of degrees and programs that were offered at the schools. These were both perfect scores. They were super easy, very little clicks done, just overall very straightforward. Task 4 was checking the admission requirements. These tasks were also, like most of these have been very easy, and on this one, Gonzaga did better. Oregon had a couple points docked, but overall very good. Finding information about the university's health and wellness center. This was task number 5. And these both received perfect scores. They were extremely easy to get to, and they had plenty of photos and information about the rec centers for each school. And for task number 6, it was to identify the university's tuition and overall financial costs. These were both perfect scores again. It was super straightforward, like around 2 clicks each. Showed in-state tuition, out-of-state tuition, just depending on like what plan you go for, what housing, all that. And task 7, that was locating our student life section at these schools. And this was also both perfect scores. It was extremely easy, just like I said, this might have been the easiest task of all. All it was just hovering over the thing, and it showed exactly where it was, what happens, what to expect as a student at these universities. For task number 8, this was finding information about on-campus housing. And this is one of the ones that was a little bit tougher for Oregon, especially. I had to do a little bit more like actual searching. And yeah, as you can see, Gonzaga was perfectly fine. It was super easy, just like a couple clicks. But Oregon got docked a couple, but overall still not bad at all. I found it within 5 minutes. And locating details on a campus visit was also a little bit challenging for the University of Oregon. I had to manually search it, which was the first time I had to do that for any of these tasks. So for that reason, I gave it a 4 on the Likert scale for efficient and 5 for both of these, just considering it took a little longer, a little more work for it. But overall, still not bad. 26, that's still good. And Gonzaga, perfect again. Gonzaga overall has been the best out of the two. And the final task was finding instructions about like how we apply to the university. And this was extremely easy for both of them. They both got 100%. It was super straightforward. Just a couple clicks and you're there. So, in conclusion, they both perform pretty similarly across both of the tasks. They maintained very high scores around 30. The University of Oregon scored higher on early tasks, such as task 1 and 2, while Gonzaga performed slightly better on the later tasks. This suggests that both websites are generally user friendly, and Gonzaga is a little bit better across all tasks. But overall, both universities did score very similar. Gonzaga slightly outperformed Oregon in most categories, particularly in the efficiency and ease of learning category, but Oregon did score very equally on effectiveness and engagement, showing that both websites are very good for usability. They're both very good for incoming freshmen and their parents, and they offer great information. And I would definitely recommend using both of these websites to learn more about the school. This is my bibliography, which is just the two websites, and this is my just actual Likert scores. So thank you for listening.